Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Satsang is like antibiotics for the infection of me. And for those of you who don't like antibiotics, it's Ayurveda natural treatment. But there is only one thing that seems to afflict us. No matter what the circumstances are, no matter what's happening in the world, what's happening to our emotions, what's happening to the body, you see, it is only this affliction which is the affliction of the me. And this affliction of the me is only transmitted through thought. You see, whatever we might think, there is no other way to transmit this limited self except through thought. It was funny the other day, I don't know whether he's finding it funny now, but you won't mind me saying, but she said that she was a bit upset, so I was asking her what happened. So she said, I must be by now at this point where I've stopped believing my thoughts. You see, this is bothering me. You see? And it was just a thought. You see? So this is as clear an example as possible that even the idea of finally being free from thoughts is only just a thought. And if we hold on to that idea, that itself can cause suffering. You see? Because it attacks the seeker identity who feels frustrated that I'm still not free or not found. You see? So that is why this year this nice, seemingly fun game arose in Satsang. Where we said, just expose whatever thought seems to get your belief, and we'll just remind you it's just a thought. That's all this game is about, actually. Then, whether it is thoughts about the state of the world, the state of our life, the state of our mind, the state of our body, the state of our enlightenment. It's all rubbish. Why rubbish? Because to look at it as if it represents something real, you see, to the claim that a set of words, a set of noises can represent reality as big or as holy as those words may sound. You see? Is rubbish, is nonsense. And all of this trouble is because we seem to not get over the idea that you are not free, that you are not complete, that there is a step to take, that you have to get somewhere. Or its opposite, which is the same. You see, this is important point. If we're still hanging on to its opposite, that I have it, I am it, I got it, these are also just ideas. You see? To two different brand of cigarettes. You see? Yeah. Whether you smoke a rolled up cigarette, or you're smoking this long filter, ultra thin, you see, doesn't really matter. Neither is helpful to your lungs. You see? So, if at best you're using satsang concepts to come out of this addiction, and then you will give up on even these, then that is fine. You see? But pick one. Don't go shopping around for too much. Whichever gives you the most peace, whichever brings you the most stillness, pick that and stay with that. Not something that activates your mental faculties more. Also, another tip is that we must not get into any sort of spiritual fantasies, because they're not in service to us. Sometimes a little bit is okay, but usually if it just becomes, then we go on this separate, different sort of ride. Just what is plain and simple is greater than any fantasy that you could have. So neither spiritual despondency nor spiritual fantasification. Nothing. All of it is in avoidance to meeting what is as is. And this is the number one cause of frustration in satsang. What is the number one cause of frustration in satsang? Because I keep saying what is now. You see? And you keep thinking that it is nothing, or thinking that it must mean something. You try to make it a part of your story, but it cannot be. What you find is not going to be a chapter in your story. You see, it is not going to be an experience. It is not going to be a thought. It is not going to be a sensation. You see? So if I say the truth is always apparent and completely known, you see, and you try to capture it in your mental glass, then we can keep playing this game till it's 2019 starting tomorrow. It can be 2059, 3059, 4059, doesn't matter. Is it? But this is the only game in town. What is here and now? Now I don't want to know what happened last time when you checked, or what the state was then. I don't even want to know what your mind is saying now. 99% of the time I say what is here now, and you report mind is saying, mind is saying, mind is saying. Because this has become our go-to guy, you see, for every question. What is here now? Ananta, mind is saying. But I said, what is here now? Mind is saying. Oh, I'm just feeling very still right now. What is here now? So, because these layers of our existence seems to be all there is. So we keep referring back to these, either our mental layer, or what our intellect is telling us, our emotions. But what is it?
Om